it in. The first one of the year for Pruitt is essentially their fourth tight end. That's a beautiful drive for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, great answer. Play action pass. Get the whole defensive front into the line of scrimmage and find Pruitt right behind. Good job. Just the timing of that play was perfect. Pruitt engaged the defender just enough, Harrison, and then got behind the defense. Really good play call by Arthur Smith and a great drive, answering just when they needed this Steelers offense.
Now it's Boswell at the extra point, and we are tied. So 7-7 here early second quarter. We'll be right back after this message from State Farm. Meanwhile, a couple injuries for the Steelers. Tom Rinaldi, what do you got?
KB, we talk about how physical this game is. Ben Skoranek back in the locker room being treated for a hip injury. He's questionable to return. And Joey Porter spent more than 10 minutes in the tent in 2 different visits. Questionable with that calf injury. Certainly they need him, as Tom Brady was just describing, KB.
Yeah, they obviously love to have him back. Maybe try to get that calf going, but those can be tough.
30-yard line.
Missed the Bill Vinovich introduction there. The question was if the ball bounces in before the end zone, you bring it out to a different spot, right, Mike Perez?
This one landed on the goal line, so that puts it in the end zone, so therefore it goes to the 30.
They want to make sure that it did do that and not before, and it did. So back at the 30 they go. Here is Jackson. Play action. Lost one over the middle. Incomplete. Andrews was there, a little in front of him. This Ravens offense, they've been so good. I mean, they're top basically 4 in every category. Todd Monken has done a wonderful job. His second year as the offensive coordinator, was at the University of Georgia for 3 years in that same role. And you know, Lamar Jackson evolves, it feels like, every year, but this is his best passing year, right? Doing all kinds of things in the pass game.
Yeah, I think this is much more complex passing offense than I remember from Lamar. So a lot of great detail that's put into it. He's got some great pass catchers, and they use all of them.
They're going to run. Has some room too. Jackson flying around, and is going to be spun down after about a gain of 8. Get a penalty in the secondary here. And
Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. Defense number 27. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
And that is on Corey Trice. Misspoke earlier, said it was his debut. He did play a handful of snaps earlier in the year before suffering a hamstring. But it's he right now, and basically James Pierre with Joey Porter out with that calf.
I know they like Trice, and he's from Purdue. He's got a great skill set, and they expect him to have a very bright future with this team. So I don't think they mind that he's out there getting some of these opportunities.
Henry, stutter step. A short gain there. Ravens played it well.
And that's so much the key to stopping Derrick Henry, is at least getting him to pause his feet a little bit. Sometimes he takes those steps on these outside zone tracks, and he never has to slow down. And when he can get rolling through the defensive line into the secondary, it is absolutely a nightmare for the defense. So a little bit better there by the Steelers' run defense and making him pause. That's going to be the only way to contain him today.
We get movement here.
False start. Offense number 42. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
The Ravens are the most penalized team in the league. Most penalties, most penalty yards. It's been a problem. It was the problem when they met Pittsburgh 5 weeks ago, and they know it, believe me.
I don't think they really have an Achilles heel, this Ravens team right now. I think they do a tremendous job running the football. They have multiple players who can pull it and gain a bunch of yards. They're the most efficient passing team in the NFL. They're the best run defense in the NFL. They've tightened up their pass defense in the last 4 weeks. The only thing that I see as a problem is self-inflicted wounds, which could be turnovers, but certainly penalties.
Pressure from Highsmith. Jackson lets it go. Penalty flag. It's dropped by Flowers. So a lot to unpack as Highsmith was coming in flying at Jackson. But let's see what the penalty is, too.
It's like Stanley got his hands in there and was holding the pass rusher. So again, another penalty.
Holding. Offense number 64. Penalty decline. Result of the play, 3rd down.
Linderbaum.
I mean, 27 holding penalties, by the way, the most in the NFL. It has been a common problem. And this line's been good. They've played together for a long time, really since week 4, but that has been one singular issue. Decline there because it brings up a 3rd and 11.
They've had a lot of continuity, and they've been playing tremendous. It's just, again, it's penalties and getting a little loose with your fundamentals. You don't move your feet, you're going to reach and you're going to grab.
41.
Four-man rush. Jackson looking for room around the edge, throws across his body, and it's incomplete. Maybe got a hand on it that time. Keanu Benton, too. So the Steelers do a great job containing Jackson, and they'll force a punt.
Sure, Watt and Benton there on the chase, and that's what it takes. Multiple players continuing to pursue a relentless motor that this entire defensive line has, and certainly has against the Ravens. They know what they're up against. This isn't a guy that, hey, we got one guy to contain him. We need all 11 guys focused the entire game to keep Lamar from wrecking the game like he has done so many times this season.
This is a shank and a really short kick and out of bounds, and the Steelers get a break. Looked like off the side of the foot of Jordan Stout that time, and Pittsburgh will take it. We'll see where they mark it. Keep on moving up somewhere around the 40. A guy like that who can do it all in Hamilton, but he's fit in certainly in the back end right now. Steelers in a little groove, though. Here's Wilson on a little play pass, rolling, looking, gonna tuck and run, and gets taken down inside the 40 there. Tell you what, I know obviously Russell Wilson doesn't run like he once did. He once ran for over 800 yards in a season. He's moving good today.
He looks spry. For a guy who's not kind of as fresh as lettuce as he used to be, he looks really good today. Very decisive, moving around, and very confident. We saw him last week. This offense just, they could never get into these second and shorter situations last week. They've done a great job of that today through the early part of this game.
2nd and 3 here. Here is Harris right off the middle. Big hole. Najee Harris spinning inside the 30 and a 1st down for Pittsburgh. 11 yards for Harris on that run.
It's just called an inside zone, a simple handoff inside the left tackle. You got Frazier and you got McCormick doing a good job covering up the defenders here on the Ravens. So that's what it's going to take all day long.
Harris again, left side looking for a little seam, just bruising bodies in there. And picks up a few more yards. Friday, look at him go inside the 10. Russell Wilson decked inside the 5, ball comes down. Who's going to grab it? Ravens have it. Darius Washington with the big hit.
Thu, hello thay cảnh á, gửi cho thầy gọi nè. Phan ơi,